A common question I get asked a lot is actually, why do I bother with all this? Why do I bother trying to have the fastest? Why do I have this need to get every frame possible out of every single game?
Oh, I'm getting it! I'm getting it! No! I got, oh yeah, baby! Suck on this dick!
I'm trying to grab the human fish and wait for our teammate.
Teabag, teabag.
I'm gonna grab the Reinhardt away from your mercy. There's human fish you want king everywhere. Oh, soldier, I can't see you! Okay, there's
Uninstall.
okay.
Hey guys, welcome to Frame Chasers, the place where we ban fanboys, shit on idiots, and we do a little bit of benchmarking and hardware mods on the side. Just a little bit. It's mainly just the fanboy thing. So I know a lot of people are dying for my Strix results video. I can't do them yet, guys. I covered this in the stream a little bit. Go back and watch that part where I discuss my benchmark methodology. The Strix here, the version 3.0 Slayer, whatever you want to call it, it hits a power limit still in Time Spy Extreme at 700 watts. So if my hardware hits a power limit, I don't include it in the benchmark charts at all. It needs to be gone. Like, the power limits need to be gone. So, like, even though I know Time Spy Extreme is a kind of an extreme case, this in its current form, its non-final form, is totally fine for gaming. No game pulls as much power as this thing has currently. It's really just like Time Spy Extreme that does it, right? And then you'll hear like stupid comments where people will be like, bro, my 3090 does 2130 just fine. What's wrong with your card? It's like, you don't know what like, those people don't know what they're talking about. Like no 3090 in its stock form is gonna have 2130 megahertz locked in Time Spy Extreme, or Time Spy for that matter. None of them. But actually, jokes aside, the reason why removing power limits is so not important, I guess you could say it, the reason why it's so valuable, that's a good word. The reason why it's so valuable on gaming as a whole is it's immersion experience. It's like, especially in VR, holy shit, the first day that I did the power mod on this thing and got it back in my loop, I went straight to Half-Life Alyx in VR, right? Wow. What a difference that made compared to my 2080 Ti. Like, wow. There's nothing like playing a game in like 4K on your TV or whatever, or if you're doing like a sim of some sort, or like if you're playing a game that's immersive, even just like Jedi Fallen Order, you're doing like a lightsaber fight or something, right? And then like you feel a tear in your screen or a hiccup or like a frame dip of some sort. Man, it really just, it might just be me, but that shit kills the game completely. So like, especially in VR, when the lens is right up against your eye, you need to crank that render resolution as high as you can go while maintaining frame stability, right? So like, this thing was pulling 700 watts in VR easily, dude. So like if you run these cards stock at like 350 watts or like 450 watts or whatever, you know what I mean? Your frames just keep doing this, and you can see it on the screen when you're gaming. Never mind the teabagging. So what we're gonna be doing today, I'm gonna try double shunting the 8-pin rails to try and pull more power from there. And I'm also going to liquid metal it just to try and get an extra 40 or 50 megahertz out of it, right? I'm trying to get to 2200 on this thing under full 4K load, right? 2200 is a really good sweet spot for these cards. like a 1000-watt sweet spot, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's take it apart. Liquid metal, double shunt. I'm not going to do the install cam for the liquid metal part of this because it's literally the exact same procedure as the 3080 was. So if you do want to know how to liquid metal a GPU properly, it's like 3 or 4 videos back, 3080 liquid metal. Just go watch that one, step by step, exactly how you do it. All the, like, literally all the parts you need to do it and all that stuff. Not going to show that today, but I will show the double shunting though. And we'll see what happens. Wow, soldering 2 resistors together is incredibly annoying. I kind of just used this little vice grip to put 2 together and then soldered kind of the end one at a time. Just, you know, do yourself a favor and get 5 milliohm or 4 milliohm ones, because this is really annoying. But whatever, I only have 8 milliohm ones right now, so I'll put in the work, right? Who cares? All right, finished. We have 6 fatties, six little double shunts. All right, let's take the cooler off and glue these bad boys on. Actually, take a look at this. I just took the back plate off, and this is one of the shunts. You can clearly see that the back plate was actually mashing down on this so hard that it broke the thermal pad, actually pushing down on it. So I gotta be really careful with this one, because I don't want both contacts to touch the back plate, right? It was actually, check this out, it was actually right here. So you can see that, like, the glue was, like, protecting the shunt, right? That's why you never know, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like, a grinder a little bit and grind this spot down to kind of give it a little bit more wiggle room. And then what I'm going to do for the double shunt, I'm actually going to cover the resistor with glue as well, so it physically cannot make any contact. But I'm going to give this a little wiggle room by grinding this down a bit. I'll be back. Just a quick note. Look how clean this looks after I took the glued shunt off. There, like, zero evidence that you were ever there. Zero evidence. Gluing shunts down is the way to go, my friends. Forget soldering, man. Anybody can do this, and it's literally the best thing ever. Okay, so I grinded this down here, maybe about, you probably can't really see it on the camera, but maybe about 2 or 3 millimeters, kind of a groove going like this to clear the double shunt, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to paint this black as well before I actually put it back on, because I don't want bare metal to touch the contacts, right? But what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to take some of this shitty Amazon thermal paste, put it over top of the double shunt like this, right? We're essentially checking for contact here. You see how this little gold part there? Gonna close the lid and see if it's actually, yeah, I need to grind it a bit more. I can already tell. All right, well, anyway, I'll show you for the video, right? Let's check this out here. Yeah, you see how it left a gold imprint on the part that I need to grind more down. So I'm gonna rinse and repeat this process until that glued double shunt stops making contact with the back plate, right? That's a quick and dirty way to check for it, right? But I'll be back. I'm gonna continue grinding this down. God damn it, EK. 1, 2, and 3. Stupid nuts that weren't tightened down. Oh my god, I hate when this happens. And then they say, oh, it's torqued to spec. Torqued down to spec, he says. Alright, I just took the glued shunts off, and I want you to see how immaculate and stock that is. We just went from 700 watts of power limit to stock. Not a single trace of anything. You don't need to solder, people. You don't need to. Even with this many shunts, you don't need to solder it. You just gotta apply pressure with thermal pads. This is definitely the way to go. Anyway, yeah, I just want you to see that. This This is what it looks like with the shunts removed after. There isn't even so much as, like, nothing. Just absolutely nothing. It's such a good, such a good method. Okay, just finished double glue shunting the card up top here. Glue is in, boys. Solder is out. This is actually like way faster than soldering it too. It's insane. This is like the greatest idea I've ever had, like ever. All right, I'm gonna quickly liquid metal this up, put it back together, and then I will continue with the backside. Before I clean this off, I want to just bring attention to how nice and even the thermal paste actually spread with the EK water block, as opposed to the stock Strix one. Like, there's definitely something wrong with the R&D of the Strix stock cooler. Like, there's way too many reports of the Strix ones overheating. And actually on mine, I couldn't get the correct, like, a mounting pressure on mine at all. But, like, this worked just fine. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I just wanted to just bring that into attention. Alright, time skip. Liquid metal is on. Conformal coating on the caps. Shunted. We're ready to go here. Yeah, just time skip. Time skip again. Alright, so front plate on. I put, like, double shunt. I covered the connection, or the connecting points with glue. Gonna put the electrical tape on top. And plasti dip on the back plate. So you can see that it's still kind of wet. I gotta let it dry a little bit, but that's like an extra layer of like rubber that the connections have to break through. So that's like 3 layers of protection that it has to break through to make contact. It's not gonna happen, right? So this is perfect the way I have this. So once this dries, putting it back together, upstairs. Da, 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 da. Version 4.0 to the Batmobile. Alright, doing time spy. 2130. Liquid metal didn't do anything for me. No power limit. Idle all the way home, baby. 723. 726. 733. 733! I'll show you guys the score. I won't troll this time.